Hey, what's up? It's Trish, certified transformational nutrition coach, and today I want to talk about physical activity and more specifically, why it's important to choose the right physical activity for you. Now let's get into it. The importance of finding the right movement or physical activity or workout, whatever you want to call it. The importance of finding the right one for you cannot be overstated. This could mean the difference between you stopping and you making this a lifetime change. So let's define workout. I'm talking about just movement, something that gets your heart rate up ideally, but it doesn't necessarily have to be high intensity. It doesn't have to be a HIIT training or a dripping in sweat hot yoga session. It could just be walking. And there's a ton of data out there to support why walking is important and how there's just not enough of us doing it regularly anymore. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so back to the topic. What's the right workout for you? What's right for you is not going to be necessarily right for me or right for the next person. In my opinion, it has to be something that you find joy in. Something that you really like doing. Otherwise, it's just going to be torture. It's like medieval, just torture. Anyway, what did you do as a kid that you enjoyed as a physical activity? What do you do when you're by yourself as a physical activity? Is it dancing? Maybe a Zumba class is right for you. Did you love swimming as a kid? Did you love track as a youngster? I mean, take whatever you used to do that brought you joy or anything in your past that has brought you joy and find a way to make it work into your routine. Now, if you grew up like myself and didn't have a sport that you were in love with or a ton of just constant physical activity, then you might have to go the discovery route. You might have to pick a couple of different things and see what works for you. Now, when we talk about that, I know that a lot of people's butt cheeks are clenched right now, thinking about how embarrassing or nerve-wracking it is to try to start something new or to be the beginner or to walk into a class, maybe a step class or a weight training class on the first day and feel like everyone's looking at you. But let me tell you something. They're not. Worthwhile people don't give a rip what you look like when you're doing it. And let me tell you something else. Everybody started somewhere. Everybody had a first day. Even the most ripped person that you see in your gym started on a day one. Nobody gets to advance to day 3,000 without having put the work in. That if you have a gym membership and you're scared to get out there into a class or scared to kind of get off the treadmill and go into the weight room, baby step it. See what you can find out about the classes, what people wear, how people show up, watch the classes from the treadmill so that you're familiar and it's not completely foreign to you when you do. If you're trying to get into the weight room, baby step it. Find a back corner of the gym where you can do a couple of movements. There's not a shortage of videos on YouTube showing how to do different movements and work out different muscle groups. So start small. Personally, my workout of choice is lifting heavy weights. And I know that's not for everybody, so I'm not going to try to push it on you. That's not what this video is. But for me, it's lifting weights for a number of reasons. At the top of that list is just how I feel afterwards. I love the adrenaline rush during. I love increasing my capacities. I love tracking changes and seeing growth. I like to feel strong. But beyond the how I feel aspect, lifting heavy weights helps release more HGH, human growth hormone, which has muscle building and anti-aging effects. Strength training balances sex hormones. It gets my heart rate up. And it builds muscle, which helps with body composition. And another happy side effect of muscle is that it requires calories just to exist. So muscle kind of eats up calories just being there. But anyway, I'm not trying to push it on you. Like I said, this is my thing. It's what I enjoy. There's a lot of reasons why I enjoy it, and there's a lot of benefits that come with it. But Just moving your body on a regular basis is so much better than not. We live in such a sedentary culture. We sit in our cars and drive to work, and then depending on what you do for work, you might sit for 8 hours on your bottom and stare at a screen. And then you might get back into that car and sit for another 45 minutes and sit for dinner, sit for TV afterwards. I mean, there's a whole lot of sitting going on, and any kind of movement that you employ is going to be good. Whatever you decide, get after it. You know, nothing good happens inside the comfort zone. I mean, I know that that's so cliche. I know it's been said up and down all over the place, but it's the truth. I mean, if you want to grow, you have to move the boundaries of your comfort zone further and further and further away and jump outside those boundaries. And that's the only way to do it. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck and not growing. I hope you found this helpful. If you'd like to carry on the conversation, feel free to click on the link below, join my email list, and I will see you on the next one. Be well, shine bright.